What's going on, community? Another beautiful day in paradise down here rolling around in Austin, Texas. Hopefully y'all got a chance to catch some of that eclipse that came out over the weekend. That thing was pretty gnarly, wasn't it? At least it was pretty cool here. We had big, pretty skies, so it was pretty easy to see. It was pretty cool stuff. So on the week, we actually have some pretty cool news. So I think the validator count hitting up to 45,000. That is insanity. That's very cool to see. I mean, that's massive decentralization. That's what you want. That signs of a very healthy and robust network. Really cool to see that that has just constantly gone up and up as we go on with time. That's what you want to see, right? The other big one is the Bitcoin ETF. So the SEC is not going to appeal the decision that they had with Grayscale. Now they either have to come up with new evidence, a new reason to deny, or they have to approve it. That's a big one. You know, sometimes the ETFs, for those of us that are, really in the space, very heavy, the ETF doesn't sound like it makes much difference. We think if you want to buy Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin. If you want to buy Pulse, buy Pulse. Who cares about the ETF side of these things? But they make a big difference in the ecosystem and in the industry as a whole. I've seen a few of the cats from over at BlackRock. They talked about $200 billion in possible influx of funds coming in through the ETF. So this is not a small thing, it's a big thing. And I think that even more importantly, it's the SEC taking another L in court. So they played a lot of bully ball, but when it's come to the court's decisions, they've gotten pretty well boxed out. So I think that's cool to see. Again, take too many L's, stuff starts to lean against you. So they really haven't won much in court at all. So this is a big one. Again, it's positive to see that type of trend, across the judicial system. I'm pretty bullish on that. I think that we'll see the Bitcoin ETF. The Bloomberg guys put it at like 90% chance to have the ETF up before, I think it's January 10th, January 1st, somewhere right around that range. I think it was right after the first of the year. So, I think we'll start to see that kind of get baked in the price. I don't know that we'll see that like immediate pump of everything else. To me, I'm more looking at it as a kind of a resonance wave to go along with the rest of the bull run. The more positive things we see, the more that I think this bull run will come up and be positive. So I see it as more forecasting for the run than I do the, hey, buy the rumor, sell the news. I think the sharps have basically just been waiting on that one. So I don't know that we'll see much immediate price movement from it. But again, that's just my speculation. But I think the biggest thing over the this last week here is the comments towards some of this proposed legislation. That's pretty much all RH has been talking about, and it's a big deal. The few main points. Now, one, let me give a couple of shout outs. So the guys over at Pulse Domain, really cool guys. I get a chance to talk to them occasionally. They put up this site here. RH tweeted it out. Very positive. Makes this stuff easy. And there's another guy, Maxim. Very positive. Very sharp cat. I got a chance to meet him once or twice in person as well. I actually put his comment up, and I think it's also a good, just when people see that, it gives them some framing on what they might want to post, or again, some of the idea if they just want to be supportive but don't really know what to say. So I want to shout those couple guys out. But the big thing on all of this is being able to hold some of these cats accountable, see what we have going on in the system, and it's especially around a couple of terms. One is broker, and the other is investment contract. Now, we'll probably break those down a little heavier in a few videos, because what those things actually are, what they mean, is a really big deal when you look at how different entities will play out in the space. And some of the stuff is going to come where, what would you say? We're going to get to that rubber meets the road moment on a lot of this. We're seeing hooks, and we'll probably dive into that. That's another good one probably for later in this week, is the hooks that are being built in Uniswap v4. There's already basically the building blocks for KYC there. Y'all already know where I'm at on this, right? I think that Uniswap and Hayden, they've got every right to do their thing with their own company. But that's not really what crypto's about, right? So we'll see how these things continue to ebb and flow and merge together. There's a lot going on there, but I think the biggest thing is to push these comments now and make sure that we're heard. It's very important. It's less than 20 days now to get those comments in. Between some of the guys in the community and RH, they've posted a lot of the different AI tools to help with those things. I think that'll be pretty valuable there, but it is worth putting in that time to make sure that your voice is heard on these and make sure that crypto stays what it's supposed to be. I've said this before, crypto already won. It's done. It's just a question of, is it going to look like crypto the way we want it, or is it going to look like crypto the way they want it? So it's really important that we keep these things on the forefront, that we're making our voices heard and putting in our contributions. Again, there's a lot to dive into individually, but I think the biggest thing is, use some of these tools we have out front, and let people get in there and comment and try to be heard. Let this thing do what it's supposed to do. That's where we're at, guys. I think those are the big updates for the week. We're still grinding around. We're going to be going live in October. We're going to have some more content from me and Cece coming out soon. Guys, we're right there. October's a big month. We'll keep you up to date, and we'll see you on the update next week.